Hello my dear students. Today we are going to see definition of isometry. So this is the definition of what? Isometry. Okay. So definitely we need V to be an inner product space, and then a map or a function T from V to V. Note the domain and codomain is same, is said to be an isometry if norm of T of x minus T of y is equal to norm of x minus y for all xy belonging to V. So you can consider this norm as some distance. Okay, so a certain function is said to be an isometry if whatever the distance between x and y is there in domain, the same should be the distance between their images, that is T of x and T of y. This is the meaning, and this should be true for all xy belonging to V. म्हणजे जर V मधले आपण दोन आर्बिट्ररी एलिमेंट्स घेतले, say x and y, we will find the distance between them, and that distance should be equal to what? The distance between their images. So what is the image of x? It is T of x, and what is the image of y? It is T of y, right? So if this happens for any two elements or any two arbitrary elements of vector space V, then we will say that it is what? Isometric. Note this V represents domain over here, right? So now let us go for some examples of isometries. So we have to show that this following map is isometry. Now note, instead of the notation T, whatever notation we have seen in the definition is T, but over here the notation used is alpha. So now if I have to show this alpha is isometry, then definition will slightly change. It will be norm of alpha x minus alpha y should be equal to norm of x minus y for all xy belonging to what? V, right? Okay, so let us prove it then. So but before proving it, we need to recall some definitions basically of norm, right? Just a revision. So we have seen what is norm of x. Norm of x is nothing but inner product of x with x raised to half. Okay, this is the first thing to recall. The second thing is, therefore what is norm of x square? Norm of x square is what? Inner product of x with x. Now if I am having a point of, say, if x is equal to some let me put a box to it, so you'll understand that it is simply the revision, right? So over here also a margin, and then I will write, yes. So if my point is x is equal to x1 x2, so what will be my norm of x square? Norm of x square, which is same as C, norm of x1 x2 now, because that is our value of x, which will be equal to, according to definition, it is inner product of x with x whole square, but sorry, inner product of x with x only. But note one thing, whatever inner product we are going to use here, this is a point of R2, so I am going to use inner product as a dot product that we have already studied before, right? So what is our dot product? Just I will write it here. So our dot product is inner product of x1 x2 with y1 y2. So I am talking about inner dot product on R2, so therefore elements of R2, right? This is x1 y1, पहिल्या coordinates of product plus दूसरा coordinates of product, that is x2 and what? y2. Okay, so this is our dot product, right? So if I try to use dot product here, this is equal to, now this is inner product of x with itself, so it is x1 x2 with again what? x1 x2. So what we are going to get is, so x1 multiplied by x1 is x1 square plus what? It will be x2 square. Now note, this will be the case if you are having a point of R2. What about for the point in R3? So if x is suppose x1, x2, x3 belonging to R3, what will be my norm of x square? Norm of x square, or you can simply say it is norm of what now? X1, x2 and x3 square, right? Here also I think it should be square, isn't it? So this will be directly, I will write now x1 square plus x2 square plus what? X3 square. Is that okay? Fine. Now let us go for the example, right? So what we have to show is, okay, now I have to use some different notations because you will get confused otherwise. So what we have to show over here, just I will take it bit down, norm of, now I will say alpha of z1 minus alpha of z2. I hope you understand why z1 z2 is equal to norm of what? Z1 minus Z2, small z, just note this for all, Z1, Z2 belonging to what? The domain, but domain codomain is same in this case, so doesn't really matter, but note they are the elements of domain belonging to R2. So I will use some notations to this Z1 and Z2. So I'll say as the elements of R2, so I'll select Z1 is equal to some, let us say x1 y1, and z2 is equal to some x2 y2. Now let me consider this LHS, okay, LHS of this equation, isn't it? Which one? This equation. So I'll say consider LHS. What is my LHS? Norm of alpha z1 minus alpha z2, which is further equal to, I will go a bit down, let us put the values of z1 and z2, which is equal to norm of alpha. Z1 is I guess x1 y1 minus alpha of z2 is x2 y2, which is further equal to norm of, now what will be alpha of x1 y1? This is my alpha of xy, that is x minus 2 comma y plus 1, so x minus 2 y plus 1, so it will be x1 minus 2 y1 plus 1, I hope you are getting it, minus it will be x2 minus 2 and what? y2 plus 1, this norm, which is further equal to norm of, now just subtraction, right? You know how to subtract two elements of R2, so it will be x1 minus x2. Why? Because this minus and minus, this minus and this minus will be plus, so plus 2 and this minus 2 will get cancelled out and we'll have x1 minus x2. Similarly, what about this? We'll have y1 minus y2 as a second coordinate norm, but which is equal to what? So if you observe it properly, it is nothing but subtraction of two elements of R2. Can you guess which are that elements? So it is norm of x1 y1 minus what? x2 y2, and that is nothing but norm of, exactly, this is z1 and this is what? z2, and that is our RHS. So that is what we wanted to prove. Simple, right? So, and this is true for all z1 z2 belonging to R2 naturally. So that's it. So therefore what I will say, what we have proved, therefore we have proved norm of alpha z1 minus alpha z2 is equal to norm of z1 minus z2 for all z1 z2 belonging to R2, and therefore alpha is a isometric. Okay, now see, this was a really easy example, so we got easily, but uh, it is not uh, straightforward always. This was quite straightforward and simple. There may be difficult examples as well. So whenever there are some complicated examples, so instead of proving this directly, LHS is equal to RHS, what do we do is we prove that the squares are equal. I hope you are getting my point. So instead of proving like this, आपण काय दाखवतो, I will write it here. We show this norm of alpha z1 minus alpha z2 square is equal to norm of z1 minus z2 square, असं आपण दाखवतो. आणि त्यानंतर आपण काय करणार, विल सिम्पली टेक पॉझिटिव्ह स्क्वेअर रूट्स ऑन बोथ साइड्स and we will get our required answer, and therefore alpha will be a isometric. Now the question is why square? Square because we will use this formula. So in order to use this formula in the sense norm of x square, if x is a point of R2, say x1 x2, means if we want to show a map from R2 to R2 is isometry, then we are going to use this. And if we want to show a map from R3 to R3 is isometry, then we will use this. Okay, so you know that norm of certain element square, if your point is x1 x2 x3, then norm square is directly nothing but what, simply see the coordinates x1 x2 and x3 and directly take square of them and simply add them. So x1 square plus x2 square plus what, x3 square, right? So due to this fact, we go for what, this thing, we prove square first of all, and then we take positive square roots on both sides and we get our required answer. So now let us try this method to prove this alpha is isometry now. Okay, so just I will increase the font. So I will say, let us take two elements first of all. आधीच्या एक्झाम्पल मध्ये आपण काय केलेलं, डायरेक्टली टू शो म्हटलेलं ना, तर पहिल्यांदा मी काय करतो, हे नोटेशन्स वापरून घेतो. So that is a proper way actually. Here also you can first of all write let z1 is equal to this, z2 is equal to this, belonging to R2 be any elements, and then to show this and then the proof. Okay, that is much better way of writing, right? Okay, so I will say let, now since it is a problem of R3, so naturally I am going to have x1 y1 z1, and how many points do you need to show certain function is isometry? 2 points, right? You can see from the definition we need 2 points from the domain. Okay, so same thing I will do, also pick 2 points from the domain. So z1 z2 I will take to be x2 y2. Oh, now this is some complicated because z is already there, so I will use some different notations. So instead of z1, what I should go for, let us say w1. Okay, so I will select w1, okay, and w2, yeah, belonging to, this is z2 belonging to R3 be any elements. What we have to show, norm of alpha w1, right? Now alpha w1 minus alpha w2 is equal to norm of w1 minus w2. Now just take a note, in order to prove this, what we are going to prove, so in order to prove this, we prove norm of alpha w1 minus alpha w2 whole square is equal to norm of w1 minus w2 square. So before going ahead, let us try to understand what will be our right hand side. Okay, So our right hand side will be norm of w1 minus w2 whole square. If I put the values of w1 and w2, now directly I will write it will be x1 minus x2 comma y1 minus y2 comma z1 minus z2, right? Norm square. I hope you are getting it. Now see our note that I have explained before. So what is norm of such type of element? Norm square it is, not norm only. See, norm of element of R3 square. So norm of element of R3 square. So it is nothing but what? X1 square plus x2 square plus x3 square. So see each and every component that's a square घ्यायचा and we are going to add them, right? So same thing. So what are the components over here? x1 minus x2, y1 minus y2 and z1 minus z2. So this is nothing but x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square plus z1 minus z2 square. Okay, so why we have done it? Because we are going to start from this LHS and we are going to approach this equation. So once we approach this equation, so it is same as this and it is same as this, and that is our what? The right hand side. Okay, so just keep in mind. Okay, so whatever simplification we are going to do, आपल्याला कुठपर्यंत जायचं आहे? इथपर्यंत. ही आपल्याला स्टेप कशी आणायची? Once we get this, then we can directly say that this is exactly equal to what this. So therefore it will be equal to what? RHS. So let us start. So I'll say consider LHS. So my LHS is norm of alpha w1 minus alpha w2 whole square, which is equal to norm of, put the value of w1 is x1 y1 z1 minus alpha of x2 y2 z2, and don't forget this square. Okay, yeah. So what is my function? Let me see first of all. X minus y z. So minus sign only to what? The second coordinate. So it will be, so let me make some space. Yeah, so this will be, this is equal to norm of x1 minus sign to what? Y, and this is z1 minus x2 minus y2 z2 norm square. Don't forget that square. This is equal to norm of subtraction. पहिला coordinate काय असणार? x1 minus x2. What about the second coordinate? आता बघा इथे मायनस साइन आहे, इथे पण मायनस, that minus and minus will be plus. So this minus y1 will be as it is. So minus y1 it will be plus y2 comma, and it will be z1 minus z2 and its square. Now what will be this? Now again we have to use which result over here? आता मगाशी जो बघितला तो. So norm of element of R3 square actually. Okay, norm square of element of R3 is nothing but this. So coordinates are square and add them. So same thing we are getting here. This is a point of R3 and we are calculating norm square of that. Okay, so it will be actually the square of every component and you are going to add them, plus minus y1 plus y2 whole square plus z1 minus z2 whole square. So where we wanted to reach, let us see. As I have told you in the beginning of the problem, we wanted to come here. Once we come here, we know this is same as this. So we are having x1 minus x2 whole square. We are having this z1 minus z2 whole square also. But what is the middle term over here? It is y1 minus y2 whole square. पण इथे काय आहे? Minus y1 plus y2 whole square. So the question is, can I say that this minus y1 plus y2 whole square is equal to y1 minus y2 whole square? And the answer is yes. Why? Because square is there, no? Because how can I write it? If I take the minus sign out, it will be y1 minus y2 and square, and which is equal to minus 1 square inside the bracket y1 minus y2 whole square, and you know minus 1 square is 1, so it is same as y1 minus y2 whole square. Okay, what is the term previous to this? Minus y1 plus y2 whole square. I hope you are getting my point. So पहिल्यांदा minus बाहेर घेतला, so you'll get this. Minus square च्या आत common घेतलाय, huh? So therefore you'll get this and this. So I can say that this equation is exactly equal to this equation, and therefore we got the required thing, right? So first of all I'll erase this, so which is same as x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square and plus what? z1 minus z2 whole square, and which is exactly what? Norm of w1 minus w2 whole square, that is equal to RHS. Therefore what we have proved? Therefore norm of alpha w1 minus alpha w2 whole square is equal to norm of w1 minus w2 whole square by taking positive square roots. Yeah, I'm trying to write. Yeah, I'm trying to write in a nice handwriting. Okay, so just I will scroll it a bit. So what you will get? So therefore you will have norm of alpha w1 minus alpha w2 will be equal to norm of w1 minus w2, and this will be true for all w1 w2 belonging to R3, and therefore alpha is a isometry. Okay, that is what we wanted to prove. So now these two examples I leave it to you. This is homework. Examples are little bit, they are not challenging, but they are little bit I will say lengthy, or you can say you should be very careful while solving the examples. Okay, so there is a small trick that you should understand. So once you understand that trick, then you will be easily able to do it. Okay, the method that we are going to use to solve these two examples will be the same that we have used for second example over here. So use the same method as second example to solve these two homework problems. I will check in the next class. Okay, so if you are not able to do it, obviously I am there to help you out. Okay, but they are easy, you should be able to do it. So we will stop here for today. Thank you.